All
Cancer.
right, so Cancer. So Saturn is in your ninth house, which is traditionally the house of higher learning, of travel, of philosophy, of belief systems, of justice. So there may be some legal issues that Cancers are going to get involved with. Also, adventure. So Cancers, you may want to leave your home, which I know you don't usually ever want to leave, and to travel or to find your dream home, to be on the road, and sort of an adventurous spirit, like is kind of calling you to explore the world. And so I think that's important. So if you have like, sometimes cancers at the extreme can become like agoraphobic, like they're terrified to go out. So you may have to deal with some, again, Saturn and Pisces addictions issues, and work your way through that. It can be a very healing time. Again, or your home can become like a sanctuary, like for cancers anyway, your home, it's about everything, but your home needs to be turned into a spiritual sanctuary where you feel so safe and you really generate all this spiritual health and wellness, and in every way. Cancer rules the stomach, so you could be changing your diet to feel like you're on a higher spiritual vibration. That's really true. Investigating all kinds of new religions and philosophies and trying everything on and comparing religions, and learning on the internet, and could be also foster mothering. Cancers like to take care of children, or sponsoring a child somewhere else in the world to help them out, or advocating for children's rights. Again, justice for indigenous women, all children, all of that stuff. And so I think it's actually a really exciting time for cancers. Saturn in Pisces is harmonious. It's all the water signs get, Saturn can be
Yeah.
a beneficial thing, and also can bring children. So if you do want to have children, even though Saturn is traditionally what they call malefic, Saturn is also what brings things into physical manifestation. So, if you've been dreaming about getting pregnant, or metaphorically giving birth to anything in your life, a home maybe, or um, a new foundation for yourself, then Saturn can manifest that for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. And I think it's also going to be what hasn't filled your soul passionately, what you haven't been genuinely, sacredly connected to. You're going to take a good look at those things and decide, make some good judgments around that. So I got the Lover's card in reverse with the Judgment card right there. So I see you, judging for yourself
Hmm.
what you need, what you don't need, what
Hmm.
works, what doesn't work, and
Right.
and do you want to continue doing anything that isn't of your sacred heart?
Right.
Those types of things I think is going to have you juggling. You're going to be thinking all of these types of things through.
Hmm.
And what balls do you not mind playing,
Hmm.
playing ball with? I don't think you're going to work from a place of I have to, I must. I think it's going to be a different energy. It's more like um, a desire to. I want to. It's, maybe like you said, this agoraphobic energy is inside the Cancer person,
Hmm.
and I see that, and I think that they have had to work in capacities they haven't felt completely aligned with.
Hmm.
And this is what will end. This is where they're going to either dump it on somebody else's lap, pay them for it. I don't mean like just be, dumping. I shouldn't have
Hmm.
used that word.
Right.
They're going to direct it to someone else's lap.
Right.
They will, find somebody who's better at the job or whatever, however you want
Right.
to look at that. And then
Hmm.
if the job still gets done, but maybe by someone else that, likes the job. That happens.
Right.
And I think that they'll still have a lot of things in the air. They'll still have a lot of balls in the air though.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other thing about Cancer, because it's the sign of the mother, Saturn is the sign of the father. So there could be some, like legal things you're going to have to do with the father of your children, or even your father, a father figure, a boss, something like that. There's going to be limits, restrictions on things like that, and child support. I mean, that's also something that could be happening in the world, as well. So I think, it feels like it's heavy for cancers, but actually I think it's a new foundation. And I get the
Yeah.
devil. I get the devil there. So again,
Yeah.
um,
Restrictions,
yeah,
limitations, they're there.
yeah. So it's there,
Yeah.
but I think it'll make them stronger. I think that, because also, Saturn in Pisces dispels the illusions and the projections that or the idealism on this person, and they're not that, and then, there's karma to pay, right? For yourself, you have to take back your own projections as well. Why did I buy into that? Pisces is also guilt. We haven't even gotten into that. Pisces gets
Right.
into the guilt and the self punishment and the, martyrdom and all that stuff, right? And
Well, yeah, we can ask ourselves, for instance, how did these priests and nuns do these things to the children, for instance? And I answered that question using that thinking.
mm-hmm,
They were originally denied families,
mm-hmm,
denied sexual lives.
mm-hmm,
And how can a human person deny sexual energy?
right,
I mean, for beginning to end, you can't. So
right.
they set them up for failure.
Oh, absolutely.
And we got to kind of look at that too, that everything has to be taken into place,
Mm-hmm,
and to really look at every little thing, right? When
mm-hmm,
you're making judgment.
right,
I think so.
right,
So when we're looking here at Cancer, I think Cancer's going to recognize what hasn't served them,
mm-hmm,
and what they want. And I don't think they've been where they want to be. And I
mm-hmm,
think they're working on getting where they want to be. And so the next few months is really going to be a good opportunity for them to shed the old, to focus on what they're strong in, what they feel is strength towards, what they feel a light towards,
right.
and work their skills and whatever skills they have. And, they may not be, they might have, and I am seeing this, they may have reason to consider their mental health. Maybe there's been something they've been carrying that they need to let go of. And you spoke of the father energy.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, Saturn Pisces is some emotional abuse issues or sexual abuse issues,
Hmm.
that have been long buried skeletons in the closet that you're going to have to deal with. Also, I think cancers may want to get out of their home. I think this is a good time for them to explore, actually. So they may be kind of seeking a more um, safe, it's about safety for cancer. I want a place where I feel really safe.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. I
Hmm.
think that's been the problem. They haven't felt safe.
Hmm.
And that has been the overall problem.
Yeah.
So what is going to happen now is this next 2 months is them. They have found something that they will feel much safer.
Hmm.
Things are coming together for them. I can say that. I see the difficulties getting there and the thoughts and concerns, but they've been carrying them for a little while. I think whatever that was, it's about to shift. And that'll give them an opportunity once they're in a safer environment, maybe to look at what has brought them an unhappiness so that they can heal it.
Right. Also, Saturn in the ninth house is traditionally humor. So, kind of lightening up and not taking it all too seriously and kind of beginning to kind of like, oh yeah, kind of questioning how did I take that so seriously? So, kind of a new enlightening kind of energy
Hmm.
around that as well, right?
Yeah,
And
and
and compassion, but you have to be careful to not push yourself to be compassionate until you've really gone through all the grief, which can take as long as it needs
yeah,
to take to fully feel all your feelings, and then you can release. And then you
yeah,
should be feeling a lot lighter. But don't push that. Don't force it. It's
yeah,
really about embracing all of that. The emotional wounds, a lot of deep karmic and family history stuff and ancestral stuff. I think people are going to be doing a lot of mourning actually for the next 2.5 years.